The decision to expand logging across 110 million hectares of national forests and public lands marks a catastrophic shift in U.S. environmental policy, prioritizing corporate interests over ecological stability. By bypassing long-standing protections for endangered species and old-growth forests, this executive order accelerates environmental destruction under the guise of economic security. The consequences will be far-reaching, threatening biodiversity, increasing the risk of wildfires, and undermining climate change mitigation efforts. The claim that increasing domestic timber production is essential for national security ignores both the ecological importance of old-growth forests and the reality of sustainable forestry practices. These forests are among the most effective carbon sinks on the planet, storing vast amounts of carbon dioxide and playing a crucial role in climate regulation. Their destruction will not only release stored carbon into the atmosphere but also diminish the country's ability to combat the worsening climate crisis. The justification that logging will reduce wildfire risk is equally misleading. Scientific evidence overwhelmingly contradicts this claim, showing that large-scale logging dries out forests, alters their microclimates, and removes mature trees that act as natural fire breaks. Environmental experts warn that the destruction of these ancient forests will push already vulnerable species closer to extinction. Birds like the spotted owl, marbled murrelet, and black-backed woodpecker rely on old-growth trees, while large mammals like the grizzly bear and countless fish species depend on the ecosystems these forests sustain. Removing these habitats will not only decimate wildlife populations but also disrupt entire ecosystems that have taken centuries to develop. The effects extend beyond the animal kingdom. Rivers and streams that provide drinking water for millions will be polluted by runoff from deforested areas, worsening water scarcity issues in many regions. The appointment of a former timber industry executive to lead the U.S. Forest Service is a clear indication that this administration is more interested in profit than preservation. Tom Schultz's background in corporate forestry suggests a focus on extraction rather than conservation, reinforcing fears that national forests will be treated as little more than a resource to be exploited. His predecessor, Randy Moore, was widely respected for his commitment to sustainable land management, and his departure signals a dangerous shift in the agency's priorities. Perhaps most alarming is the blatant disregard for legal and regulatory frameworks. By invoking emergency powers to sidestep the Endangered Species Act, this administration is effectively eliminating any checks on environmental destruction. This follows a broader pattern of using executive orders to push through controversial policies without congressional oversight, raising concerns about the erosion of democratic processes in environmental governance. Public backlash is inevitable, but whether it will be enough to halt the damage remains uncertain. The Biden administration's failure to implement lasting protections for old-growth forests left the door open for this rapid policy reversal. Now, with protections stripped away, the fate of some of the country's most valuable natural landscapes hangs in the balance. Once these forests are cut down, they cannot simply be replaced. The loss will be permanent, and the consequences, ecological, climatic, and societal, will be felt for generations.